And I am Anthony, and today we are finally doing the 1091 chapter review. Let's go.
After break and break and break. There's so many
Oh
breaks
my god, there's
recently,
so
but
many breaks.
it comes with banger after banger after banger,
I
so I
know.
guess I can wait. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, you gotta give it to him. I mean, like this chapter, it delivered. All right,
Starting
we gotta
out with
talk
our
about
cover
it.
art of Pizza Piece. Everyone's just eating pizza on the front.
Robin
It's
and
nice. Not a
Frankie
lot going on.
are mysteriously not here. There's an
Where could
agenda
they be
going on
together?
with those two.
Let's hop right into the chapter. So, one thing I'm glad to see about this is I knew we were going to, because at the end of last chapter, we're getting to see Kizaru actually fight more.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we didn't see that much different out of him, but it's nice to see him like curb stomp Sentomaru.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for Sentomaru, honestly. Like he just he's like, oh I got the best defense, like I'm no slouch. And Kizaru's like, all right, I'm gonna shoot you like with my laser beam.
He's like, I wish I didn't have to kill you, but they told me I have to kill you, so sorry, Sentomaru.
Yeah, unfortunate for Sentomaru. Sentomaru is
I
honestly
may have
probably
raised and
dead.
taught
Nah,
you
he's probably not,
everything.
but
Nobody dies. I don't think he's dead.
yeah, one interesting thing about that I noticed is that like we're getting a lot of dichotomy with like the father-son relationships, or like I guess mentor and sensei
Mentee.
kind of, or mentor and mentee. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Because we just saw Garp and Aokiji with this, and it's kind of like a fight
Is
of
it?
ideals. I think like people are going in opposite directions, and we're kind of getting a deeper look at Kizaru, which I think is cool.
And speaking of that, like that is a theme in this chapter because the thing Luffy says at the very end is exactly what like Shaki says about Rayleigh when they first meet him. He's like, oh, Rayleigh's 100 times stronger than you guys are, and then Luffy in this chapter says, oh, we're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that was
So
cool.
it's like an homage to his mentor also.
Yeah,
But
this is just like a fun chapter overall. I mean, getting right into that, we gotta scale it.
of course, this is a power scaling chapter by all means. And by power scaling means we can put Sentomaru right at the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Out of all of these fighters that are upon this island, unfortunately, he did not show.
The
He
one I really like seeing though, which we kind of called last chapter, Rob Lucci is still obviously a villain and still
boo.
like working against
I fucking
everybody.
hate Rob Lucci, bro.
But that's why I like him, because I hate him. He's being a good villain.
Yeah, he's kind of just being like, to me, he's kind of annoying. He's kind of like the guy in the corner, like, man, see, I foiled your plan. Nah, like, he's just annoying, dude.
That's kind of what he is.
Yeah, I guess so. But
But there's
Zoro's
no
gonna
way
kick his
Zoro doesn't
ass,
take
bro.
him.
Zoro's gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, cause like, you gotta think, like, is Lucci stronger than King? Probably not. I don't think so.
I don't think so. He might be somewhere relative because he has an awakening, but no, I really don't
I
think
will
so. I don't
say,
think he's
like,
competing.
we gotta stop underestimating these new characters that get thrown at us, especially like a recurring character that's now awakened. Like, I don't want to underestimate Rob Lucci. Like, I'm sure he's gotten stronger too, but we just saw Zoro and King's fight in the anime, and that shit was insane. So,
But I do agree. Like, we can't be underestimating new characters because, like, Oda's always gonna be upscaling these characters to make these fights interesting. So
yeah.
even if, like, we know, like, I know Zoro's gonna win here, it doesn't mean he's not gonna write it so Rob Lucci puts up a fight. So
So one thing I want to talk about is like, we still really haven't gotten like what is going to be the big incident exactly. Like, we know there's going to be a bunch of fighting. We know Blackbeard's showing up, but like I feel like there's got to be like another thing. And Saturn's not going to be super, well, maybe he will be involved in a different way, like, is this going to be Luffy's opponent now, or
I don't think this is what it's gonna be, but what I've been thinking about recently is it has to be something really drastic for it to be some type of incident.
yeah.
And the Blackbeard Pirates and a Gorosei member are there. What if the Blackbeard Pirates kill one of the Gorosei members? Like, what if they kill
Mm,
Saturn or something?
yeah, what if they
Or
do
maybe
it?
what if they like take his devil fruit or something like that too? Like, they
Interesting.
are devil fruit hunters at the end of the day. So I feel like that could be part of it. That might be a little extreme because I really don't think Goda's gonna kill off an elder like before the final like arc.
It would be
So
interesting though. It would definitely give Blackbeard like another feat, and like we need to feel the danger from him. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. We need to build up like
I think Blackbeard needs some hype right now, and there's hype. Like he beat Law, and like they just got Garp. You know, Blackbeard has some stuff, but like I feel like it's gonna be 3 wins for Blackbeard in a row. You know.
well, technically he had 3 because he beat up Boa too.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
he beat
yeah,
up
but
the
he
Kucha
got
pirates.
he
Yeah, he
did.
pussied
But
out. He ran away.
he
But
ran away. Yeah.
all the good pirates ran away. Roger ran away.
I guess that's true. Luffy ran away.
Exactly.
Sometimes. But
You gotta
now
run
he's
away
not.
sometimes.
Now he's here to fight.
Now he's fighting
Kizaru.
head on with Kizaru. But this is what I hated about last chapter. Like, so many people are like, oh my god, look how scared Luffy is by seeing Kizaru. Luffy's not even Admiral tier yet. Like, he's just reacting, bro. He's like, oh my god, there's a a strong person here. And
He
like,
pulled
look
up
at him
on
now.
Kizaru. He pulled up. And Luffy's going to take it. Like, I think, I don't know exactly how this is all going to go down. It'll be interesting. But I think it's pretty clear just from this alone. Luffy's Admiral level at the very least.
Oh, for sure. He's doing this in base right now. And like Kizaru's not like he's not fast enough to phase through it, because like why would he let Luffy hit him if like he couldn't just phase away from it like he did against Sentomaru? Or like we saw earlier this chapter, he's gonna do that if something's gonna like like attack him.
You want to know
So
one
that means Luffy's
that
keeping up with his speed and base.
Yes, I agree. I'm sorry, I was like scrolling around the chapter and I got to this one part that I think it's a small part of the story, but I just want to kind of like highlight it. Because we were talking about Lucci earlier, and Kaku just gets trapped by the bubble gun, right? Sanji grabs the bubble gun and gets him. The bubble gun is broken. The
bubble gun is pretty broken. Granted, I don't necessarily think it'll work against people a lot stronger. Like, this is an injured
But it worked
Kaku.
against the Seraphim.
Yeah, so I think Seraphim level. Like, but do you think Luffy would get trapped by this gun? Because I don't. I feel like he could have the
so.
hot
I'm just saying, like, it's
like, I feel like the
cool
really,
weapon
really top
for
tiers.
for Vegapunk to have, and like, I wonder if like
It is
Frankie's
very
gonna get
useful.
any of this technology, or like what other weapony things are on the island. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so much more potential for like the technology of Vegapunk.
That's one thing I wish. I feel like they're probably gonna go more into it at the end of the arc if they escape with the Vegapunk. But yeah, I wish like all of Frankie, Usopp, and even Nami's climate attack could get like upgrades, like technology upgrades too. We saw Nami in this chapter already carrying like the bubble gun. Like, she wants it. Like, she likes this power. So that might be like some type of foreshadowing that it might be integrated into her climate attack, and that would help because her problem right now is she's a glass cannon, and devil fruit fighters are really tough for her. So this is like something that'll help her and like level the playing field against other devil fruit users.
Yeah, I agree. It gives Nami another tool.
And just to go back to Kaku again, like I said it last week, but I don't necessarily think he's gonna end up as a bad guy. And I feel like this chapter kind of proves it more, because he did get stuck, but like Sanji made a comment of it. He was like, "Oh, seems like your friend left you out of the loop."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
It's like,
like
oh,
this is
you're not
not
on the
even
same
part of your
side.
plan.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And Luffy's like known for converting people to his side. So, and with Kaku already like being like, or Zoro like in Water 7 was like, if you weren't part of the world government, we weren't enemies, like you wouldn't be such a bad guy.
Yeah.
And
I like that Zoro called out Lucci this chapter. It's like you waited.
This is
for
why I love
backup
Zoro
to
for
grow
lines
his
like this.
Lucci's such a bitch, bro.
He really is. And he's like, now that me and Kizaru are working together, it's like, no, bro, you mean now that Kizaru's here?
Yeah,
like
for real.
Kizaru's gonna clean up. You're useless, bro.
Another big part of this chapter was the flipping of the pacifista, right? Because they have the authority chip now.
But I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Is
Like,
this
to
the
me, it was.
first time that we saw the actual like authority chip, or no?
I don't think so. I think we saw it before when Lucci had it earlier in the arc.
So it's like a literal. I always thought it was just like, they were like voice commands or whatever. I didn't realize there was like a literal authority chip.
I don't know exactly how everything's being transmitted, because I remember earlier in the arc they mentioned like, oh, these signals can't be like, you can't control the Seraphim over Tenden Mushi.
Yeah.
But like, isn't Kizaru just projecting signals with this thing to them? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
But anyways, they got control of it. They got the sea beasts destroyed basically, which kind of sucks because I kind of wanted to see more of those sea beasts. It was fun, like those one panel where they're fighting the vice admirals.
Yeah, I like.
I just like seeing the different ones. Like the mouse one is hilarious.
Yeah, the mouse one was funny. I was like, what the fuck? What was there? There was a mouse one. There's like a.
There's
yeah,
a
he has
hippo one. It
drill,
looks like
a hippo one, the lion
a
one.
lion, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
They're,
nice one.
they're funny. Yeah, you get to see the vice admirals get a little flex in, I guess.
Yeah, but they're useless as ever.
You
Like,
know,
do we even need to power scale them?
that's true. One thing that I appreciated in this chapter was Brooke being like so blatantly, it seems those dark memories from Sabodi have come back to haunt us. It's like,
Oh, I mean,
okay,
they've mentioned like Sabori like 3 times in the chapter.
right. So, you know, blatant callback. We know now, like, this is supposed to be, you know, everybody's been saying it, but this is supposed to be
It's
kind
no
of like
secret.
the other side of the coin.
One other thing that I've been noticing, like, or I guess noticed in this chapter, is the fact that they've restated like the order of which people can control the Seraphim and the Pacifistas.
Yeah, they
Like,
did.
I think if Oda's reiterating this again to us, it's gonna play a factor either very soon or much later. Because he either wants us to know right now because something's gonna happen, or maybe it's something for the final arc where that's when the 5 elders are gonna play it. But he's like setting the seeds early by reminding us.
Yeah,
So
it's interesting that we get to see it again. Like, I feel like this is the second time or third time we've seen this.
second time,
Okay.
at least the drawing.
Right.
Maybe.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm interested to see like what happens with like Punk Records. Like, the more we see the actual like landscape of like what Punk Records looks like the stratosphere and everything, it just what's gonna happen is it gonna like blow up like all the knowledge, like they want to preserve it, right?
Yeah, I think it's not gonna blow up because they're trying to preserve it. So like the Marines have no reason to destroy it, and Luffy and the Straw Hats have no reason to destroy it.
Oh,
So
but it's
they're
gotta
probably
get
just gonna end up
destroyed.
with it.
No, it has to get destroyed.
You think? I think that could be
Everywhere
the
the
turning
Straw
point.
Hats go get destroyed, first of all, and second of all, if it's gotta be a
That's
big
not
incident,
true.
like what? No, I mean, you know, that is true. Everywhere that like there's a lot of places that get destroyed in the. I'm not gonna
Like
get
they
into
get
this.
beaten up,
I'm not
but
gonna,
like
I'm not gonna get into this. I'm just saying like
okay.
one reason that I lost my train of thought.
All right, but overall, I think very good chapter. Kind of sad to see Stussy go down without really doing that much.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll be back, but she's kind of knocked out right now.
Yeah,
Luffy,
true that.
he's the goat. Zoro, he's the other goat. Sanji, I don't know who he's gonna fight now. That's the only thing
Yeah,
I'm
who
kind of
knows?
thinking about. But we'll see, I guess, in the next chapter.
Yeah, we'll see in the
Oh.
next chapter. I mean, it was ultimately like this is like a stepping stone chapter, giving Sentomaru a little bit of background, and then like we're getting more into the nitty gritty of like what this mystery is gonna be, and like Oda's showing us cool stuff, and like you know, setting up fights to distract us from the other whodunit situation that we talked about before.
Yeah, where's Caribou?
Where's
Someone tell me where Caribou is.
Tell me, yeah, for real. Also, well, no, I guess we saw Robin and Frankie last chapter, but where are they this chapter?
I don't know if we're gonna say this every chapter we cut away. They're not gonna show every single character.
I'm gonna
every
question
chapter.
where Robin is all the time because she's a prime target.
I mean, she is, but I think worrying about her where she's at every single chapter is not gonna be associated with much. Like, it's not gonna go that far. Eventually, it will. But like, if you call it, like, if you call something for every chapter, what's the point of calling it that?
All right, for next chapter, I'm calling that.
Also, Frankie's in the chapter. I see.
Oh yeah, you're right. Frankie is in the chapter, but where's
But
Robin? But where's Robin? It's important. Actually, Frankie was in the last few chapters. Now that I'm thinking about it.
He just hasn't done much. He's been forgettable, which
He
is
hasn't.
sad because I feel like this should be his arc.
Speaking of forgettable, Stussy, we already did mention this like a second ago, but like, I don't know, I just like didn't feel anything when she went down. Like, I feel like it just cut away, and then Lucci got like, you know, separated with Zoro. Like, I don't how important is Stussy gonna be to the rest of the story now after the big reveal?
Oh, I don't think she's gonna. I thought she was gonna
Is
be.
she gonna die right
the arc,
here?
but maybe she's just a clone.
Man. So now the reveal that she was a clone is a bigger deal than like the rest of her writing and the rest of her life. She's just like the reveal
Kind
that
of.
she's the clone is just the catalyst to theorizing who else is a clone. And then once they're revealed, we go, oh my god, like that guy was a clone. And then we fucking be like, who gives a shit
Shanks
about
is
that?
a clone. Oh my god.
So if Shanks dies, if Shanks is a clone and Shanks dies, would you care?
Yes,
Hmm.
because of the impact he had on Luffy.
Yeah, he's much more.
Like the thing
important
is,
than
we don't really
Stussy.
have anything else about Stussy. Like,
What about Weevil?
I don't give a shit about him right now. I'm sure he'll be relevant later, and I might give a shit about him then. But like, I don't care right now.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I think we've talked enough about random.
How
side
much of a
notes.
goat Luffy is, how he's gonna beat Kizaru's ass next chapter.
He will, yeah. Kizaru's did look kind of sick nasty in this chapter, but I'm ready
Yeah,
for
but he was going
Luffy
as Sentomaru.
to get better. I know, yeah. It was just a flex chapter for Kizaru, even though it was called Sentomaru. Poor Sentomaru.
Yeah,
Rip
I feel like last
Sentomaru.
chapter should have been Sentomaru, and this one should have been Kizaru. But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Overall, good chapter. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, fight us in the comment section.
Fight us in the comments section. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.